Okay, so I'm gonna hope we're live testing. Let me know if you guys can't hear me. We're gonna wait for a few more people to join. I'm gonna have to share the stream whenever this loads on my end, and I'm gonna share it to my Telegram group, and then we'll get started. Bear with me. Hopefully you guys are doing good. I'm kind of enjoying this bloodbath because I'm in the stablecoin, so I can buy the dip when I think the bottom is in. So I've been in, I think I bought stablecoins, which is basically cash, 4 days ago, and I'm just riding it to the bottom wherever that might be. It might be 30K, it might be lower. We just went a little bit below 30K, and now we're starting to get the bounce. So we'll see what happens. So if you guys are new, appreciate if you like and subscribe, and we will get started momentarily when I just sent it out. So I'll wait for a few people to join, and then we'll get started. I'm going to go live on TikTok now. So, alright, so, I'll wait for a few more people to join, and then we'll get started here probably in about a minute. If you guys have any requests, let me know. We're going to obviously look at Bitcoin. I'll tell you where I think we're going. We're getting a nice bounce off of $30,000, but we did have a wick below it. I think the absolute bottom was just around 29.7, 29.8. I don't think I ever told anyone in my trading group, but I did have this drawn, which was a rising wedge. If you guys are on YouTube, you guys can see my screen. I had a falling wedge that was drawn to 29,800 pretty much, and we went just about 25 bucks lower than that, or pretty much something. We went to 29.7, so I was about 100 bucks off, but I was thinking 29.8 was going to get hit. That's exactly what happened. That worked out beautifully. Now we'll see what happens. If you do not get above 32,000, pretty much, we'll call it, it's technically 31.9. If you don't get above 31.9 or 32,000, that's going to be a lower high. If you can't break the previous high, that's going to be bearish. That's going to mean that we're going to have another leg down, and we're going to break 30K to the downside again, which if you break 32K, then I don't think that's going to happen. But if on this next high you don't break 32K, that's not bullish. Let's go see how the RSI is looking here on the 15-minute chart for Bitcoin. 15-minute chart is starting to get the rally up. The 1-hour chart is topping out, but that's a lagging indicator, remember, so the pump just happened off of 30,000. The 4-hour chart is still completely bottomed, and the daily chart is still completely bottomed. So 4-hour and daily still have a lot more room to go up, but you really have to watch this 15-minute and 1 hour to see if you break $32,000 on this next leg up, because if you don't, or if you put any lower high around 31K, that is extremely bearish, and that would mean that you're definitely going to fall lower. I'm going to go back to the 15-minute chart. So clearly that played out. The rising wedge played out to the downside. It plays out 68% of the time, and probably in bearish markets, it plays out to the downside even more than that. But yeah. So I will look at UST. Yeah, like I said, I'm enjoying this. Okay, so looking at Acorn, I'll go to Jasmine in a second. I'll go to UST after that. But I haven't talked about this. I meant to make a video on it, but I just never did. Acorn, I bought this at 22.50, sold a huge loss. I'm glad I got out though. I sold at 13.30, so it took a huge loss. But if I didn't sell, I'd be down a lot. I'd be down like 70%. So I'm glad I sold. Until you break this orange line to the upside, this downsloping resistance line on Acorn, which is currently right at basically 10 bucks. Until you break 10 bucks, and tomorrow will be even lower because it's going down. But until you break this line, which you're on right now on the 6-hour chart, until you break this line to the upside, your price is just going to keep going down, especially if Bitcoin keeps going down, putting in lower highs and lower lows. But yeah, until you break this trend, I think when you break this line to the upside, that's going to mean that Acorn has put in a bottom. I don't see that happening until Bitcoin has a bottom. And as of right now, Bitcoin still looks extremely bearish to me. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'll do XRP. Yep. So that's short and simple. Ape looks bad. So let's go to Jasmine, and then I'll do the coins that were requested on TikTok. And just close out of that. Guys, remember, we are on YouTube, so feel free to go over there if you guys want to see the charts. So I'm going to go to Jasmine. Jasmine, kind of a similar situation. Until you break this downsloping resistance line, you're not going to be bullish. And I don't think that happens until you break it, until you hit a penny. So the low today on Jasmine was 1.26 cents. Now it's getting a rally all the way back to that resistance line that I had. It's a downsloping resistance line, which is currently at 165. You're currently at 165 right now. If you break 1.7, there's a good chance that that is a break of that trend. But until that happens, which I don't think happens, it's not bullish. And actually, I guess you had a rally. Yeah, you had a rally. Just you touched that orange line and now getting a small rejection off of it. Currently just above one. It's at 164 right now. The RSI on Jasmine on the daily chart is currently oversold, like a lot of coins. The 4-hour chart is trying to get the rally, and it is right now. The 1-hour chart is overbought, which tells me this is, I believe that was a lower high at 165. I'll have to go check. 15-minute chart is all, 15-minute and 1 hour are completely topped out. I will actually, I think that's a new high. The previous high was 157, and now it's 165. So actually, Jasmine did put in a higher high just now. But you're still yet to break that resistance line. A clear break of that would be 1.7. If you want to be really safe, call it 1.8. If you get above 1.8, then you could say that that's a clear break, but you have to stay above it. You can't just fall right back below it. So 1.7 technically though would be that line to break on Jasmine. If you break 1.7, that's going to be extremely bullish. But 15-minute and 1 hour are also overbought on the RSI, so just be careful. But it is start of a reversal because you did put in a higher high, so it looks somewhat good. All right, so okay, we're gonna catch up on these coins. UST, is that a state? I feel like this stable coin is a troll, but I'll look at it. I think that's a stable coin. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. No, it's not. Okay, never mind. UST, but this is a chart I'm not gonna be able to look at because it's no volume at all. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to look at that chart. So maybe I could look out on Dex Tools. Let me know what platform you want me, because I'm in TradingView right now. We'll do XRP though. I know I can look at that coin. XRP on Binance currently at 50 cents. Since I last looked at it, you hit our new target. If you went lower, which was the new target was actually 50 cents. You hit that. You're currently a little bit below it. I'll move that down now. I'll move it to last daily candle close, which was yesterday at 52 cents. So currently for a new low, you'd at least be targeting 43 cents. The 236 frame is currently up here at 62 cents. If you get above that, close the daily candle above 62 cents, I would say that confirms the bottom is in. Let's go look at the daily chart. Daily chart on the RSI is going down. 4-hour chart has completely bottomed, and the 1-hour chart is on a rally. It's topped out. The 15-minute chart is trying to go for another bounce. Let's see if the 1 hour put in a higher high on price action. The previous high took you to 51.4 cents, and you're currently, if you don't get above 50.5 cents, which was a high for this hour or this 15-minute chart, if you don't get above that, that's going to be a lower high and extremely bearish. When the 1 hour RSI is topped out and the price action is lower than the previous high, that's extremely bearish, and that would tell you the downtrend will continue. So XRP, yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. XRP short term, if it doesn't get above 52.4, that confirms you're going to put in a new low, in my opinion. Sheba, ADA, those are the next requests. We'll look at them. Let me make sure that there's no requests on there. If you guys are new, appreciate if you hit the like button on your way in or out. All right, so, what was next? Yeah, I just went over Jasmine. Jasmine looks kind of bullish, but I'll go over it again. The next request was Sheba Coin, which I know is on Coinbase, so I don't know why it's not popping up. So currently Sheba Coin is at 14.19. The previous high that you'd have to be above to be bullish, a higher high is what I want to see for a trend reversal, was 15.76, we'll call it. All right, so with that being said, let's remember that price, 15.76. The 15-minute chart on the RSI is going for a rally. It's trying to. 1 hour has completely topped out about 2 hours ago, maybe. The 4-hour chart on the RSI is completely bottomed, and the daily chart is pretty much at a complete bottom. You have to get above 15.76 though for a higher high. If you don't do that, it's just going to keep making new lows, and it's going to obviously follow whatever Bitcoin does. The 236 right now is at 27.41 for Sheba. So if you want to be really bullish, that's where the fib level is that you'd want to get above to be bullish, and that's based off the daily chart. So if you want to be really bullish and say that a bottom is confirmed, you'd want to get above 20. That's 100% move to the upside though. So But if you want to be really, really safe and just do the macro swings to the upside downside, then it'd be 27. So overall, Sheba, though, if you want to be bullish for a short-term trend reversal, you'd have to get it above. I saw it on the 15-minute chart. I already forgot what the price. I think I said 1576. But that's based off a 15-minute chart. If you want to base it off the 1-hour chart for a higher high, you'd really have to. If you want to be really bullish, it'd be 22 on the dot. If 22 or higher, and that's probably just not going to happen. So Sheba short term does not look good. Cardano is another one. I knew when the bull market was over, when we lost $1, and I admitted for the first time in over a year that we're in a bear market. I said that yesterday, and I think that's confirmed today with the price action, especially Bitcoin goes below 30K again, which looks very possible, very possible. I'd say it's more likely than not we see 29K in the next 24 hours before we see 34K or something like that. So, all right, so right now, Cardano is currently sitting at 61 to 62 cents. That's the price range it's in. The daily chart currently definitely put in a new low since I last looked at this. The last daily candle close was around 68 cents yesterday. The daily chart on the RSI is going for a bottom. It's trying to. The 4-hour chart has already hit a bottom, and the 1-hour chart on the RSI topped out, and the 15-minute chart is trying to go for a rally. So the 1-hour chart topped out. Did you put in a higher high? That's the question of the day. My guess is no. If you base out the 15-minute chart, I mean, really, if you really want to be, let me just go to the 1-hour chart to see where you'd have to go for a higher high. I would say 76 cents, but if you want to be really safe, you would have to really say 90 cents even, 91 cents to make a higher high based off the 1-hour chart. So 91 cents is really what you need to get above to make a higher high based off the 1-hour chart on Cardano. If you don't get above that, you're not bullish. My gut's telling me Cardano is just going to keep going lower. If I go back to the daily chart, what is the next low? Or I'm sorry, what is the next target? I'd have to do the fibs based off of a smaller move. So the next target to the downside is 43 cents. That's the next macro target on Cardano. Jasmine, do I sell my ETH and Bitcoin or hold? Guys, the time to sell that was like at 40K. I'm sorry, 38K, 40K. I would say now is not the time. I would say now is definitely not the time to be selling. But that's, I mean, we could go to 20K, so if that's what you think is going to happen, then yeah, I would sell. But I think there's going to be some sort of relief rally soon. But that's just me. I've been in stablecoins for the last few days now. So I can't tell you what to do. Ethereum price target, $2,000 easily. $2,000. $2,000 is going to hit. I think $2,000 happens because I don't think Bitcoin holds 30K. Bitcoin is trying to get a rally. It's just not happening. And I talked about Jasmine. What's Jasmine at now? Jasmine's at 165. If you break 1.7, Jasmine actually could go for a little bit of a run. But otherwise, Jasmine did put in a higher high, technically up based off a 15-minute chart. Previous one was 158, I believe, and now it went up to 165. So a little bit of a higher high, a little hope, but it still overall does not look good. UST is 69 cents, supposed to be $1 with it being a stable coin. Someone bought it at 69. Well, congrats to them. That's interesting. Yeah. No wonder there was no. That's weird. Okay, let me go back to that. That's interesting. You guys, if you guys are on YouTube, you guys can see it. I don't know how to. Yeah, it's currently at 79 cents. What in the world? Wow. And the low is actually 61 cents. So congrats to whoever bought it there. But yeah, now I understand why the chart looks like that. But yeah, that's weird. All right, so if you guys have any other requests, let me know. But guess I can go look at Jasmine again. It's still trying to go up. Yeah, you are. It's really testing this resistance line. Jasmine is right now. Currently at 165. That resistance is just around the 1.7 level. I actually kind of want to see Jasmine go to a penny and then get the bounce because I think that'd be more bullish than breaking it right now. But we'll see what happens. Price action is obviously tightening as we go lower, and the high was 168. So. that's kind of how Jasmine's looking right now. If it breaks 1.7, it could definitely go for a nice move. If it broke 1.7, the next resistance is 2 cents. So I would not be trading that, though. I just would not be, because I think I said the 4-hour chart looks fine on the RSI. The 1-hour chart on Jasmine is already overbought, and the 15-minute chart is overbought too, and it's topped out. So I would stay away from Jasmine. It might go to 1.7, but it's probably not going to go past that. That's just what I'm thinking, but we'll see what happens. So going to go back to Acorn, which I think just put in a new low. Maybe not. The current low on Acorn is 780. Okay, no, it did not put in a new low. Baby Doge all-time high chart, like yearly chart. Baby Doge. I'll look at Baby Doge. It's again a coin that I think is long gone. I think it's a coin that's going to eventually go to zero, but I'll look at it. I'm going to use the V2 Uniswap chart, and so it says it's currently at 1590. The volume is 11,000, which is awful. The market cap is currently 253 million. I feel like for a market cap that high, I can't believe the volume is so low. I just don't understand how that's even possible. It's worth $250 million, and the market cap is 11,000. That makes no sense to me. I don't even understand how that's possible. But currently, if you want to be bullish again on, if you believe in TA on these small market cap coins, 2640 is so 27. A break at 27 would be bullish, but that's the next fib level to the upside. That's 786 fib. Otherwise, it's just gonna keep going lower. And Baby Doge, that's that pretty much. So yeah, Chain Link. Yeah, Chain Link is something I own. It's in my bag that I'm not. I think Chain Link is the only coin I still own right now, and it's going to be a coin I'm not going to sell for a few years. I'm not going to trade it or anything. It's only a few $100, but Chain Link right now on the daily chart. Wow, I mean, it keeps dumping. It's currently at $8.30. The low is around the $8, just above the $8 level. You hit support. You had support at the $8 level, and you bounce right off of it. But if Bitcoin goes below 30K, which now it's getting a small rally, but I said Bitcoin has to break 32K. It's currently at 30,800. But going back to Chainlink, if Bitcoin loses 30K, Chainlink's going below $8. The next support below $8 I had is at $4.50. The next resistance to the upside, if you stay above $8, is $11.60. So that's kind of what I had as far as that's concerned. I'm going to delete the fibs, and we might. Okay, first of all, let me look at the RSI on Chain Link. Chain Link right now on the daily chart is going to very close to a bottom. The 4-hour chart is bottom completely. The 1-hour is going for a small rally, and the 15-minute chart is, again, similar situation as the 1-hour. The price action you'd want to beat for a new high based off the 1-hour chart, I would say, would really be all the way up there at $12.25. Otherwise, it's just not going to be bullish. If on the next rally you only get to 10 or $11, that's a lower high, and that's extremely bearish, which would probably confirm another lower low is going to be put in below $8. I guess the official low is $7.85. So that's kind of that. I will do a fib line from the last local high to the current local low. I do have a fib before the next support, which is at 680, and then you have support at 450. No, after 680 fib, then you have another fib at 510, and then the 456 support. And the next fib to the upside, based off the 1-hour chart, is $8.90. So that's kind of how that's looking. AMP coin, I will look at AMP. So currently AMP is at 1.4 cents. It's trying to get a rally. If you don't at least get above 1.5, in my opinion, that's extremely bearish. You're currently almost at 1.4, but 1.5 is what you have to beat for a new local high on the 15-minute chart. My problem is the 15-minute chart's already overbought, and the 1-hour chart is going for 1 hour has not tapped out yet. So give it some time. But the 4-hour chart is at a complete bottom, and the daily chart on the RSI is at a bottom as well. But going back to the 1-hour chart, if you don't at least get above 1.5 cents, then I would say that that's not bullish. If you don't get above 1.5 cents, that would probably confirm a new low on AMP. The MACD is, though, trying to turn bullish on the 1 hour chart, although I like the RSI a lot more than I like the MACD. So I have more faith in the I have more faith in the stock and the RSI than the MACD, like a lot more. I'll look at Blacktopia. I have no idea what library credits is, but if it's on the Binance chain, I'm just not going to look at it because I think Blacktopia is actually on the Binance chain as well. Okay. Blocktopia. BLOK is a ticker. It's on the Matic smart chain. So I can see if I can see that in DEX tools. Probably not. So I don't know. I mean, I should be able to see that in DEX tools. Let me see if I can get the contract address. Number go up. I don't know what that even means, but so it's on QuickSwap. It's loading. There's I don't know what's going on, but I don't think it's going to work. For some reason, it's not working on here. The price says it's 97.69, which the price is right, but there's no data, so I'm not sure. Maybe I just have to zoom in a lot. I don't know why it's... Yeah, the chart's not popping up on DEX tools. I don't know what's going on with that, but... yeah, if you guys have any other requests that are like on the Ethereum blockchain or on Coinbase, I can look at them. Otherwise, if it's on another chain, I don't think it's going to work for some reason. I don't know what's going on, but it is what it is, I guess. I can't do anything about it. So, someone else wanted to see Algocoin. Algo. All right. So Algocoin is currently at 60 cents. The current low is 55 cents. But until you get a move back above 79 cents, you're not bullish on Algo. Currently, the 1 hour chart is going for a rally. Definitely has a lot more room to go. The 15-minute chart is almost overbought. The 4 hour chart is at a bottom still. And the daily chart actually is already tapped out. So I would still definitely be not touching Algo right now, but that's just me. Your next support, you almost got down to it, but it is currently just above 50. It's at 52 cents. So you're not quite there. You did not hold the 66 cent support that I had. So overall, Algo to me doesn't look very bullish. If you want to do it, Algo from the last local high, which was the 79 cents, to the last local bottom. The 236 rib is currently up here at 60 cents, and the low and the new, you have support, like I said, at 52 cents, and then you have another fib down there at 48 cents. So with that being said, that's kind of it. I'm going to check something really quick. So just a second on TikTok. If you guys, so that, yeah, I would say Algo, in my opinion, is really not a buy, but that's just what I'm thinking. So with that being said, I'm going to end the TikTok live stream. Thanks, guys, for joining. I think I've covered pretty much everything. I will be live on Friday as well. So until then, trade safe. Have a great week. And I'll have to look at SafeMoon in another video. Thanks, guys, for joining. And Matic. I don't think I looked at Matic yet. So Matic is currently at 87 cents. It's actually one of the coins that's up for the day, although it's probably just the last few hours that it's up because the chart looks awful. It says it's up 8% for the day. Daily chart actually is at a bottom. 4-hour chart is trying to get the rally. The 1-hour chart is topped out. The 15-minute chart is topped out. So, and I don't think on any of those time frames you made a higher high. No. Really, if you want to be really, I mean, the higher high would be $1.18. So, yeah, I would. You at least want to get above $1 on Matic. So again, Matic is one I would stay away from. According to this indicator, it is saying you're at a bottom, but I would be staying away from it in my opinion. Even the 6-hour chart says it's a buy, but unfortunately, if Bitcoin keeps going lower, so will this. And daily says that it's a buy as well. That's more bullish to me than a lot of coins, but I would still not be touching it. That's just me though. If anything, DCA or something like that, but I don't think I'd be buying it with my whole bag just yet. I'm not bullish on the market just yet. Bitcoin is at 31.2. I will say this: if Bitcoin gets above 32K, that would be a higher high. The current higher high is 31.8, 31.9. If you get to 32K or higher before you get a rejection, that's extremely bullish, and that would confirm to me that the bottom is in. But otherwise, the bottom is not in on any of these coins. If Bitcoin loses 30K, the bottom will just go lower. So that's kind of my opinion on that. So if you guys are new, appreciate if you like and subscribe. With that being said, that's all I got. I will see you guys on Monday. I'm going to end the stream. I do think Bitcoin could go lower unless you see 32K. So that's pretty much everything in a nutshell if you guys just joined. I'll see you guys later this week. Although still, if you guys have any requests, let me know in the comments, and I will do a video on it tomorrow. With that being said, that's all I got. Hopefully Bitcoin rallies from here, but we will see what happens. 32K is the line you have to beat though.